So how many players have you helped get to the next level, and which player is most special to you and that you're most proud of?
Over the last 14 years, it's been about 12.
Okay.
All of them have their little special places. I would say, you know, it will probably have to be Antonio and Jamari, probably.
And they play for you where?
They played for me at Southern.
At Southern, okay.
Because, for Tonio, and they're pros now, man.
Okay, cool
They
deal.
didn't come to me as pros.
Right.
With Tonio, I got introduced to Antonio through some kids at school, because Antonio, he had a pretty rough life.
Right.
I mean, he went to a lot of middle schools. I don't even think he played his 8th grade year.
Wow.
Gun violence, kind of affected their family, and he really he was in the streets early.
Right.
And so, whenever I met Tonio was in the 7th grade, and he told me, I saw the kid play, and I was like, "Yo, man, you trying to come to Southern?" He was like, "I'm going to Hillside."
Right.
And I didn't see Tonio for a year. And Tonio, he started getting in some stuff, and this girl at school said, "Coach, Tonio needs to play for you." And I said, "Man, why don't you hook it up?"
Right.
So we ended up talking, and I said, "I believe it whenever you show
Right.
up at Southern." He sent me a DM one night and said, "Coach, I'll be at Southern tomorrow."
Woo.
And this was probably a year and a half later, and from that day forward, Tonio just kept growing as a young man. He had some issues at school, and sometimes the teachers would just send him down there to my classroom just to keep him, where he needed to be at.
Right.
But he worked so hard. Tonio would get up in the morning before school. We didn't have to be to school until 9. He would go to the YMCA, work out. Maru too.
Wow.
Then, come back to practice, work hard in
Right.
practice. After practice, go back to the YMCA. I said, man, if you would work that hard in English,
Right.
you gonna be serious.
100%.
And he actually got better, man, in school, just in general, man. And progressed. He ended up going to FIU.
Okay.
He went to Fordham, and then he finished up at Coastal Carolina. And Jamari ended up going to Eastern Kentucky, and then he finished up at Coastal Carolina because they ended up
Okay,
playing
cool
again
deal.
together
Oh,
their
that
senior
had
years.
to been amazing for you.
So senior night was really special in college because my wife and we ended up going, and both of them was graduating on the same
that's
night. They
dope.
have degrees, and it's not anything that a lot of people would have thought about those guys.
Right.
I got a lot of emails about Antonio before he came, and it was like, Antonio's coming.
Right.
Good luck. And so to see them guys do what they're doing now, and they're getting ready to enter year 3 as a pro.
That's amazing.
Jamari just finished up this past weekend at the Dennis Smith Invitational, and they won the bread again. Those former players like Julian Gamble and Sid and David Noel, those guys would always come back during our seasons, man,
Right.
and work out with those guys.
Right.
And they connected with them and became mentors.
Right.
And they look out for them to this day. And
Right.
it's kind of like a family thing. I guess that's
Right.
why I just kind of, and I got mad love for the other schools too.
Right.
Jaquarius Condon, can't forget about him. I mean, he was a monster. I mean, Aaron Oates, Ronnie Thompson, like it's been so many. Jatori Christmas, Kendall Hinton. I mean, you can look him up. I mean, he played for the Denver Broncos the other year. He's a football player.
Right.
But it's just so many of them that you have these connections to. But
Right.
all of them, they know that from the heart, man. That's what I just wanted the best for them, not
Right.
just playing wise, because we did win a lot of games and won a lot of things
In
with
life.
them. But now to see them boys just progress is just phenomenal, man.
Yeah.
That's what really makes my heart full.
Right.
Is whenever he can come home and he can buy his mom something.
Right.
when he can.
When life could have went the other way.
Oh man, and it really could have.
Yeah.
And when you see it firsthand, in public school, it's just a little different because you don't get the luxury of saying I'm going to pick and choose, and you come here. You gotta deal with what is presented to you, and hopefully you can get some of what you want. A lot of times you don't, but you gotta really still make the best of it. You can't sit and say, "Well, I don't have this kid. That's why." That kid, he's gonna get out there and he's gonna compete hard as well. So, I would say those two are kind of special to me.
Right.
But there's a lot of them. You got Armory. He's a detailer now. He has his own detailing business. Rashad Dixon, like all those guys, man, they played their part in us making deep runs in the playoffs, winning conference 100%. Championships, and no one thought they was bigger than the other person.
Yeah.
That's why we can all still talk to this day.
That's love. That's love. The impact that you were able to make on them.
Yeah.